Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is a new month, so we have new numbers in our new Calgary market update. So let's jump in and take a look at what's been happening in the Calgary real estate market over the past month. Hey, it's Nathaniel Terryberry with the Terryberry Real Estate Group. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the numbers for what's been happening in Calgary. These are the August numbers, and we're just going to be doing a deep dive. I know there's been a lot of stuff in the news recently about housing market crashing across Canada and in all of North America, and prices just going right into the ground. So I just want to answer some of your questions, what I've been hearing, what's going on, and kind of just go over them, see what's happening and where we're going to be headed for the rest of the year, so can kind of put your mind at ease. So if you do have any questions about any of the stats here, or you just want to ask some real estate related questions, please remember we do have a schedule a call with us button down below. Whatever your availability is, you can make it work for you at your convenience. Schedule a time. We'd be happy to talk with you through any of your real estate questions, whether you're looking to get into the market or exit. And yeah, we'd be happy to answer any of your questions that you have around the Calgary real estate market. So the first thing I want to look at is sales and inventory. This has kind of been the main talking point. This is what is bringing up all the prices, because at the beginning of the year, we had such high demand from buyers. There was so many buyers in the market, and there was really, really low inventory compared to what we've seen previous years. So simple supply and demand, high demand, low supply drives the price up. So let's just jump right in here, looking at inventory versus sales. Inventory in green, sales in red. You can see at the beginning of the year, January, February, March, very, very tight between the sales and the inventory, and that is kind of what drove the prices up from the beginning of the year. Then after March, you can see the inventory continued to go up while the sales went down, and we are now at our lowest sales that we've seen since the beginning of the year. This doesn't really come as any surprise, this is one of the most quiet months. January, August, and December are probably the most quiet months in real estate in Calgary. This is because beginning of the year, people are getting back into the year. They're not looking to buy or sell. Then once you get into August, people are going on vacation. They don't want to be looking at new homes or putting theirs on the market and have to be dealing with all of that. And then December, it's holiday time. So most people aren't really looking to sell or buy around then anyway. So now what we can see is in August, we had 2,254 sales. So like I said, the lowest that we've seen since January of this year. This is also the third month in a row that our sales are below what we saw last year. So this is a 0.47 decrease versus last year. It's very minuscule compared to what we've seen in previous years. However, it is still a bit of a decline. Nothing to be too concerned about. I mean, as we can see that the interest rates have gone up, the sales have also gone down. So looking at inventory, this is the first time it's really, really tailed off. This is a big decrease compared to last month with a 21.2% decrease versus last year, but we now sit with inventory 4,778. This is across all property types, so townhomes, apartments, detached and semi-detached homes. So this is quite a large amount of product. So although we are seeing still low inventory levels, still 21% versus last year, the sales have also dropped off as well. This is just because it's August. You know, there's not a lot of people buying and there's not a lot of people selling. Moving along, sales categories has kind of been a talking point the last couple of months. When we look at the sales categories and what is actually making up the sales numbers within the Calgary market, it is changing versus other years. For the majority, it's always going to be the detached listings. Those are the most popular listings that everybody wants as a detached single family home. So now when we look at the actual sales, detached home sales are down 17.6% compared to last year. So we have seen a big decline in the amount of detached listings that are being sold, and it is speculated this is mostly due to price. Because the detached market has gone up so much in the past year, it is now people are looking for a more affordable option. So we can see that this is true as we look at apartment sales. They're up 57.83% compared to last year, which is a massive jump. So lots of people looking for a little bit more of an affordable option, and apartments are just that. Then also moving on to townhomes, you can see sales are up 9.33% compared to last year. So it looks like there are some more affordable options that are increasing in sales, while the detached, which are the higher, most expensive part of that make up the market, those have actually declined in their sales numbers since last year. Now, this is the one that everybody wants to know. Are sales crashing? Are they slowing? Are they dipping? What is happening with the sales prices? So let's take a look here at benchmark sales price. We can see that 2022 in orange, it has dropped from the high that we saw in May. In May, our benchmark price was around 546,000, and we are now at 531,800 as a benchmark price. Now, this includes everything again, all property types. So when we really break it down and go detached townhome, you can see there are differing levels of price, so that some are losing more month over month and some are not losing as much. So it's important to know that this is just a general broad picture. If you do want the actual specific stats, I have left a link down below and you can download the full Calgary Market Report to take a look at what you are interested in particular. So back to this, looking at the benchmark price, you can see we're still up 11% versus last year when we had a $479,000 benchmark price. However, it has dropped since the middle of the year, since the beginning, the heat of when the market all went up, and our highest benchmark price was in May. Now, lots of people have been saying, is it going to crash? I mean, there's tons of news stories out there. Toronto, Vancouver talking about 25% price decreases. So Calgary market is a little bit different in Alberta in general because it is so much more affordable. We do not see those same price declines happening here. There's a lot of people coming from Vancouver and Ontario coming into the market buying, and that has continued to keep our sales steady while the inventory has been down, and as a result, it's kind of held the prices where they are. We are seeing a slight slip, but nothing crazy. I don't think that Calgary is on fire right now and that we should be super worried and everything's burning and we're crashing. It is going to slow. I'm sure that we'll see the prices slip a little bit more, especially as we see interest rates come in and the buying season just slow down as more properties come on. I'm sure we will see prices start to slide a little bit, but we will be nowhere near. I can't see us ever returning to 2021 levels, especially in the detached, semi-detached market. But stranger things have happened. So when we're looking at this right now, if you are a buyer, I would say we are now heading in to a great time to buy. It's not going to be as competitive as it was at the beginning of the year. You're going to have more time. There's going to be more options than there were at the beginning of the year. So it gives you a little bit more time to relax, find the perfect house, and not have to rush through. Now, as a seller, you're probably not going to be able to get multiple offers or sell way above list like you would have been able to at the beginning of the year, but homes are still selling close to list price, and there's really nothing to worry about. Homes are going steady. Our days on market is still lower than it was last year. So it feels like we're in a very balanced market right now, which is great. It just means that everybody's kind of winning. It's not that buyers have to be putting in these unconditional offers and going 30,000 over list and sellers are getting whatever they want. But at the same time, it's not like a seller sitting on the market for 60 and 90 days if they are priced correctly. So that is what we are looking up for price in the future. I can see it declining. However, I think we should wait to see until September when the interest rate kicks in again, and then we'll have a little bit better idea of where we're going to be for prices for the remainder of the year. So that is our short Calgary market update. I won't go in depth with everything because there's so many numbers to cover. But like I said earlier, I will leave the link down below. You can download the full Calgary market update for you. And if you do have any questions that you want to talk about, whether you're looking to sell, looking to buy, or just curious, feel free to schedule that call down below at your earliest convenience, and we'd be happy to talk through any questions that you may have about the Calgary real estate market. So while you're here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to see you back on the channel. And until next time, I'm Nathaniel Terryberry. See you then.